Hello, everybody. Welcome. Oh, let me get over to comments. Hey, Sean. Awesome. So I think everything's good with the sound. And surprisingly, I'm not getting any feedback on my end. Some days I do, some days I don't. So let me know if it's not good, if there's anything going on. Hi, Cynthia. So yeah, let's wait. Oh, we got 5 pairs of eyeballs. Okay, let's get to it. So, welcome. Thank you for being here. I am Toni Tesler. Hi, Debbie. Toni Tesler. ToniStamps. That's me. Independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator for like 24 years now. Almost. Crazy. Hi, Carol. And Penny. Awesome. So tonight we're going to do a couple of random projects that are things that you can take with you on vacation, useful for vacation, during vacation, like you can use them. They don't necessarily have to be like any particular theme, like tropical, anything. You customize it to the way you want, right? Whatever. If you're going to go to the islands, then make yours islandy. If you're going to go to Minnesota, make yours Minnesota-y, like however you want. So let's do a couple of announcements. And one thing I wanted to show you from last week that I forgot to mention. But so free shipping. I hope y'all got your stuff for free shipping if you wanted it. Hey, Di. Yeah, Deb, what's a vacation, right? Yeah. I saw it when I went to Houston in March. That's the first time I've been anywhere in like 5 years. Crazy. So yeah, free shipping. That went great. Stuff is slow to ship out now though. So like the order I put in earlier this week, it still hasn't shipped. And it's already Thursday. Ugh. So just watch, your orders that you put in. Watch for, hey, Lisa. Hi, Victoria. Or Molly. I always mess that up. You know who you are. So you'll get your shipping notice, okay? And check it. Interesting. So when I put my order in the other day, you know how Stampin' Up! Brought in Close to My Heart makers, right? So the Close to My Heart people, well, when Close to My Heart was closing, Stampin' Up! Bought a certain amount of product from Close to My Heart. This is what I've read, from the announcements. Nobody, like regular non-Close to My Heart people, can't buy it. You have to be either a former maker or a former customer. Well, I noticed when I was putting in my order the other day that stuff came up that I could order. So, because I have ordered from Close to My Heart, I order from everybody, right? Like I like all different things. So what I like, and which we are going to be getting some of eventually, they have 12 by 12 two-tone cardstock. So it's like whatever color, like a darker color on one side, a lighter color on the other. Now, of course, their colors are not the same as ours, and they're not going to be. So I saw some video maybe a month or so ago talking about things like Close to My Heart products that they would bring over, but they would be in Stampin' Up! Colors. So anyway, I love the fact that it is 12 by 12 and it's all one color. So it's a pack of all one color. It was like $20 for 24 sheets. Like, I still think that's a good deal for 12 by 12. So I ordered, there was a pack of, they call it pumpkin, and then another one that was like a green. I can't remember what the name of it was now, but I ordered those just to see how close, if any, they are to any of our colors, right? At least the dark side. Yeah, Di. So the cardstock is really pretty. I think it's going to be nice. And I'm looking forward to it. Hey, Jimmy Gibbs. I'm looking forward to it. Like, I like the idea of a dark side and a light side, but like a regular Stampin' Up! Color. So that's probably not going to be another year out or something like that. They said 12 to 18 months for those kind of products that were exclusively Close to My Heart before. So I got these 2 packs and I'm going to see how close they are, because, I love, that's the one thing that I don't like to do a lot of projects with 12 by 12 because you can only get the multi-packs that have like 2 pieces each in it. And for a class, like if I'm trying to prepare for a bunch of people, like that is impossible. Otherwise, everybody has to order the multi-pack. So I like the idea of having a bigger pack of all one color. Hey, Gloria. So that's that. And I should have, whenever I get my order in, I'm going to show you guys the colors, and hopefully it'll be close to some color we have. Then let's go down because I wanted to show you. So I got the newest tab punch, and I got this a couple weeks ago. And it goes with a stamp set. But I wanted to give you guys an idea between this and the old round tab. So this is the round tab punch that everybody has been, hot to trot to get for years since they retired it. So when they came out with this one, I'm like, well, what is that going to mean for that one? I mean, I have two of these. Like, I bought one and then I bought an extra one in the, aftermarket because I love it and I didn't want to have, not be without it. So anyway, this is the new punch that you can get. So kind of different in that the old round tab punch flat when you fold it. So it's going to sit like that. This one is still flat, but it's kind of got that curve to it. Right? And then the flat bit is down here versus this is curved. So differences there. And then size-wise, top to bottom, they're the same size. Let me put it this way so we can see better. So top to bottom, now it doesn't want to stay good because I bent it. Same. The new punch, excuse me. The new punch is a little bit wider. So just to give you an idea of the differences in the size. Okay, so see how that's got a little bit bigger on the sides. So, hey, Gail. So yeah, I like this one. I still love this one. So that's just to show you what's up with the new one, how it's different. All right. Oh, and one more thing. So last week when I did my scrapbook pages, Gloria, you bought the die of that punch. I like the punch, I think, for at least for that kind of thing. I get where the die is handy. You can, put it anywhere you want on the page if you want, but I really do prefer a punch. But so these pages, I ended up with two-page spreads. And the thing I wanted you to be aware of is when you're making, these pages will slide in. That's the intent, the albums I have. The page protectors, they slide in from the top. So with that, you can put stuff on the back of, your page, because this is going to slide into its own protector. So you can't do that with other style albums, but this is why I like the slide-in kind. So for two-page spreads, I really only needed 3 pieces of 12 by 12. All right, so that's what I wanted to bring up to you guys, that, save yourself a sheet of paper by using both sides if you can, if your album type allows for it. All right. And then I'll show you something at the end that I was working on. But so let's get to it. All right. So what can we use on vacation? Well, the first thing that comes to mind is a luggage tag. So you would not believe how long it took me. I've had these things for probably, these I've had at least 15, maybe 20 years. These are longer badge holders that I got probably from, hey, Sue, I probably got these from Office Depot or Staples or Office Max, something like that. So I was going to use these, but then I was realized, oh, with these little holes punched, that's going to be perfect to make like a little album. And I only have maybe 10 or 12 of these left. So I'm not going to use this one. But I also have these that I ordered. These maybe 10 or 15 years ago. I don't know. I know I got these off Amazon and they were called cruise tags because I guess, oh, look at that. Cruisetags.ca, www.cruisetags.ca. I swear I got them off Amazon. But these are perfect, and they came with, or maybe I got a whole nother thing of these plastic things. I guess cruise, I guess your passes or something are longer. So this is really a longer thing. So it's about, well, top to bottom is like 6 by 3 and change. But the actual part that we can put an insert in is smaller. So that's what we're going to use. Now, if you're not going on vacation, you can use this for a bag tag, like, your stuff that you're going to your crops with, your book bag, your backpack, your tote bag, whatever. But luggage, I'm going to go with luggage. So my luggage is orange, at least my carry-on stuff is. So this I really should use pumpkin pie if I want to match it, but I'm going to put this on like my check-in bag. So, and you know I like folly stuff. So I'm going to go with, ooh, that looks crooked. Copper clay. Nope. Okay. So whatever tags you end up getting, you just want your piece to be able to fit in here. And this is just a plastic sleeve. Uline might have some too. Actually, they do because I looked it up. So you know that uline.com, check that. What are we doing here? Copper clay. This is like 2 7/8 by 5.5. So then I cut a piece. This is from the Thoughtful Journey. This is all those scenery papers, which I believe this is out until like mid-June, maybe the end of June. A lot of things went out of stock with that free shipping, and that happens every time. So anyway, I thought I'm going to use this side. I could use this one too. I like that. But I'm going to stamp some trees on it. Ooh, you know what? Ugh. Yeah, I'm going to go with this side because I'm going to do trees and then a little greeting. So this should be 2 3/4. 2 3/4. Yep. By 5 3/8. That seems wonky. But notice that the sides here are curved. So I'm going to have to round my corners. So grab whatever corner rounder you have. This is an old one, but it still works. So, and I like it. You know how some corner rounders, they give you a hard time. You don't get a nice corner. This one was from the Project Life stuff that retired, Stampin' Up! Quit carrying it years ago. But this is my favorite corner rounder for little ones. So you want to do that. Oh man, I'm getting the sweats already. Ugh. All right, now stamps. Who loves the paper pumpkin set that we just got? The one with the Father's Day stuff. I love these trees, so that's what we're going to use. So again, my luggage tag doesn't have a real like vacation-y vibe. It's just more of travel. But let's just get on this. Let's get this on here. And I haven't used it yet, so let's wipe it. Now, Gail's going to do some things with this on Sunday night, some alternates. So be sure to catch her. Oh, yeah, I like that. Okay, so I'm going to do copper clay trees. So this will be like tone on tone kind of thing. Yeah, love the new paper pumpkin. Hey, Julie. So we're making a luggage tag first, Julie, for vacation, or it could be your, tote bag, whatever. All right, let's do that. Ooh, I love it. I don't really like that lighter one, so let's just make another one there. Oh yeah, I love this. So this is going to be super simple. I'm not going to put a lot of doodads because, frankly, I don't know if they'll fit. Actually, I can put some of the In Color ones are not that tall. You don't want anything that's got a lot of height to it, because this is going to be a tight squeeze getting all this in here anyway. So you don't want to. Oh yeah, it's a good thing I'm checking this. I cut that so it barely fits. But okay, should work. Now greeting. I had another kit, this Destinations kit that I got last year, I guess. And I haven't even opened the cards. You can see that online. But it's got a lot of good like greetings. Travel it well. Life is a journey. Happiness is the best destination. This adventure is just beginning. So I thought that'll be perfect for my tag that may not even leave the state of Maryland, but we'll see. All right, so I want to let's get a little scrap of white. This adventure is just beginning. How about let's do that? And I'm going to go with early espresso because I like the brown on brown. And there are some little dots in here too. I might add So I'm just gonna put this here. Oh yeah, I love that. So your tag could be any theme you want. I made, I know the first year we went to Vegas for pool, I made tags that had like a shark on it and a pool ball for everyone for their luggage. I know mine is still on my pool case because then it was just handy. All right, so obviously I'm just trimming this, and you can probably guess what I'm gonna do to the sides. Rip it, rip it. I like it. So let's glue this on. Oh no, I wanted to do some of these sprinkles. There's clouds, sprinkles. I guess that's a moon. I'm just going to do the sprinkles. Maybe they're supposed to be stars at night. I don't know. To me, they're just dots. Let's get a big enough block. Is that going to do it? Yep, barely. All right, so I just want a few little dots up there. So we'll do balmy blue. Oh, nice. Okay. I like it. It's pretty faint. Let me bring that up. So yeah, maybe that is supposed to be like nighttime stars, but whatever. Yeah. I love it too, Lisa. Yeah. So if whoever doesn't have the paper pumpkin that this trees is from, you know, like any tree really will do. All right, let's get this on and hope it's not too thick to go in our tag or in our luggage thing holder. So yeah, I probably bought like 50 of these things, had high hopes of, you know, some grand plan. Oh, but finding them. So Tuesday night, got home from pool, I don't know, 11:30. I thought real quick, I'm going to find these tags. It was like a 45-minute exercise where I had to like pull stuff out, move things in my craft room, worked up a sweat, finally found them. They're like right over here in a little like stackable shelf. Ugh, I was a little frustrated, but at least I found them. But I was starting to panic, like, how am I going to be able to make this if I can't even find the tags that I need? But I did find a whole bunch of stuff that forgot I had, and I don't need anymore. So more stuff to clean out. I'm looking for these doodads. Okay, so these might be, they're a low enough profile that should work. All right, let's do one here, here, and maybe up here. Okay. Get my pickup thing. So as with these dots, I feel like I have to pick them off first, like pop them off. Ooh, 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 ooh. That went upside down. Jeez. I can't remember. Are these still in the catalog? These this style of gems? I sure hope so. If not, oh well. I'm using them. But I feel like something that sticks up a whole bunch, like my favorite gilded gems, those I think would be too tall for this particular thing. Okay. All right, now all we have to do is scooch this in. All right, so it's only open on one side, and I kind of think of that as the back. So let's try to get this in here. Ooh, nice. Now, before you put it in, you could put a sticker or an address label or something so that you could, you know, if you're really going to use it on your luggage. I don't know that I would put my full address anymore, but at least a phone number and a first name if you ever want to, you know, if stuff gets lost. All right. Ooh, perfect. I love it. Okay, so this strap, just like we've done in ribbon things, so put this, the short end through and then wrap that up, and here we go. Now I'm not quite done. I want to add some twine. So I still have this. I know this stuff is still current, but we've got copper clay, and I think we could use some wild wheat here too, because I'm thinking this is like a wild wheatish. Yeah, Julie, write down where you input important things for sure. I keep seeing ads for those knock boxes for like next of kin. And I thought, well, I'm not doing all that, but I should just have at least a notebook or something with, this is where all the good stuff is, like birth certificates, titles, vehicle titles, like it's all in one drawer, but I'm just not sure. But yeah, definitely need to, oh, that looks good. Definitely a good idea to make sure everybody knows where the important things are. I know where Jamie's important stuff is. If anything happens, someone is supposed to get into her house before her mother does. That's all I'll say. All right, so let's go. I'm gonna actually string these through that plastic strap, really. And then I want these to be even. And I'm gonna tie it in a knot first. The only thing I don't like about this jute twine is that since it's so wrapped up on those little things, it stays curly. And sometimes I want it to be not curly. Jamie's laughing. She knows. All right. Now this. Now you can put more of this on. You know how some people will do like a big ribbon on the handle of their luggage so that they know it's theirs. Why not put it on your tag too, right? But I love it. So again, this is a cruise tag, cruise tickets, or I don't know what. I guess it's their pass that they get. I haven't been on a cruise in so long. But you can use that on anything. So luggage, your tote bags, your backpacks, anything. I love it. Okay, so that's our first one, which is kind of an easy one. I love it. Next, let's put this away. So one thing you'll do if you're on a trip is you want to leave, sometimes you're going to leave tips for people, or you may just want to write them a note like to say thanks for something, service or whatever. Again, it doesn't have to be vacation theme, but what we're going to do is make a gratitude tag. So I know I've tried to make these before. It's just a tag to say thank you. So we're using some more of this Lily Pond paper. And I picked this one that had a flower. I forget what kind of flower that is, but anywho. Now I paired it with, we're going to use the coffee set. So flowers and coffee, like, do they go together? Maybe not, but they're going to work because I really wanted just this pattern of paper. So we've got peach pie here, and I'm going to start by gluing this down. Now, of course, if you're going to go on, a trip, if you wanted to coordinate all your stuff with the same theme, that would be extra cute, but doesn't have to be. All right, so the intent here is we're going to doll this up and say thanks, and then you can write your message on the back. Hey, Sharon. Use a mini straightener to straighten your hair and the twine. So, Julie, you think it would work like on this thick twine? I've got a mini iron that I didn't really like it though. I got it to iron out ribbons to make them straight, but you plug it in and there's no on-off switch. It's just like always on. And then I didn't like it. I feel like it's a fire hazard, so I might be getting rid of that. But I can see like a hair straightener, or there's got to be something I can get that straightened out with. All right, so I already die cut these coffee cups. Now I did 3 of them just because I'm not sure how I want this to look. But we're going to do one first. Oh, and we're using the dies from the paper pumpkin. So this is the label. I kind of want to put that this way. Now I cut 2 sets of the words out in peach pie, and I already glued them together. So it's a little bit thicker. It's a little bit easier. It's going to go right across this whole tag. So that barely fits. Did I say this was 3x6? I forgot. 3x6 tag, and then 2 3/4 by 5 3/4 for the designer piece. All right, so I want this coffee cup, and then I think I'll do the heart. Why not? So normally I would stamp images first, then go in with the die cut. But I didn't want to be die cutting like right now. Oh, and I want this thanks so much. Where is that? Okay. Because we're going to put that thanks on there, but then I want to add just the so much underneath of it. So we're going to ink that up separate. All right. Okay. So let's do, now we can do tone on tone. And then if I don't like it, I can stamp over it in something darker. But our coffee's going to be brown. All right. So good thing these are clear. Oh, nailed it. Okay. I like that. So I did one in white thinking I may want to sponge it to make it like a different color. But I like the peach pie. I like the all one color situation. All right, let's do this. If it's horrible, it's horrible. Oh, I like it though. Not horrible. All right, now I want a shade of brown for my coffee. So these little circles, that's in the die kit as well. And they should fit right here. Yep, so we just need another block. And, excuse me. I think basic beige is going to be too light. Let's go with crumb cake. And I do need to drag this a little closer to my eyeballs. I like that. Let's do 2 different colors of coffee. How about we do the other one, pecan pie. Now, I didn't worry about cleaning that stamp off too well because it is brown and brown. Like, what's the worst? Oh, I like that. I kind of like that better. So we're going to go like that, put those in there. I think we should keep it with the 2 different colors. Oh, did I miss a question? So, Gloria, you wonder if the coffee cup die would fit on the K-Cups tops. Oh, you know what? If I had one, I'm trying to think. I had some from a project. Hold on one second, because I had some from a project years ago. No. Okay. Nope. I don't have any, because that would be good to know. I had put some in. Remember we had those mini coffee cups, and then we were decorating the outsides. That fit like at least 1 K-cup and then some candies or something. That's what I was going to check because I had those cups. And I thought there might be something inside one of them, but no. So that would be a good question. I think these would be too big. And I think this would be too small. But that is something to think about. All right, so let's start with, I want to glue this on. And it's going to actually, nope, you know what? I need to stamp, because the stamp is going to catch this double layer and then it won't want to stamp down as well. So let me just do this, and I'm going to eyeball where I put it. So I want to get just the words that say so much. And let's go like right here. Ooh, I think that's going to be pretty perfect. Okay. I like that. Brown, maybe I should have done brown, but it's going to be okay. All right, so let's glue our tag on. And I'm kind of putting this middle-ish, knowing that I still want to punch a hole up here and add the tag. Oh yeah, this is going to be really cool. All right, so I'm planning to leave this blank so that I can write something on the back of it. But another thing you could do is add a little pocket to the back if you want to tuck in a tip on the back of this. So let's just take this scrap. So knowing this isn't the right size, but you could, you know, cut something down, just glue it on the 3 sides, and then you have a little pocket to put something in. So think about that. All right. Oh, yeah. All right. Let's put this one, and we'll pop these up. I mean, the coffee cups. So I want this handle like on the right. So that'll go here. And you can hang these a little bit off the side. Doesn't have to be strictly within the bounds of the tag, unlike our luggage tag, which had to fit in the holder. All right. Ooh, yeah. I like it. I love the tone on tone on tone. Oh, by the way, the coffee papers that go with this is an online exclusive thing. The coffee papers are out for at least a couple of weeks. So Sharon says a K-cup is not quite 2 inches in diameter. Okay, so let's see. So this, the white center looks like 1 and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 eighths maybe. The whole coffee cup looks to be 1 3/4. So when you say not quite 2 inches in diameter, so the edges would peek out and the handle would hang over just a little bit. So that might work. Thanks, Sharon. All right, let's pop this up. And then we're going to add some gems. So many accessories ran out, meaning like the gems and doodads after the free shipping day. I mean, I kind of should have expected that, but that's how it goes. Yeah, we don't have K-cups at work. We've got a different situation, but it still makes one at a time. We used to have a machine in another building I was at, so I would bring some in for emergencies. Like if they ran out of coffee, then I would have my own. But we don't even have the machine anymore. Ooh, I'm liking this. Okay. Let's get these out of the way. All right, now I want to punch a hole. Where is my... Oh, gotta get my crocodile. Now I'm just gonna eyeball, say like, well, let's put it right on the front. That looks good enough. And I'm gonna do the smaller hole punch. So this is like 1/8. Okay. Sounds good. I'm not gonna put a grommet in this. Just because. All right, now we can either do, I don't have the Stampin' Blends for the new colors, and I'm not going to get them this time, even though I love the colors. I'm just not going to get all those blends. So we can either use some of this new iridescent white. I don't really like that. I was thinking either the sheer silver or like linen thread. And I think I'm going to go with linen thread. Just because I think, ooh, silver got stuck. I think that's going to do, it's going to look better with the brown, with the coffee. So I want a bunch of layers. Let's do 1, 2, and I'm just eyeballing this. 3. So this looks to be like 17 or 18 inches across times 3. So got that layered up, fold it in half. So I'm going to do kind of the same handle situation. So put this loop through the front, get all these layers, open the loop, then we take this, flop it over, and pull those ends through. Oh yeah, I like that. So you could leave this hanging somewhere, or you could just leave it and write your, your message on the back. I love that. All right, let's add a few gems though. Your little doodads. We gotta have something. Ooh, I'm thinking either these petal pink. Actually, I think that's gonna work. These are petal pink from the Petal Pink and Pretty Peacock foil gems, but they're gonna look good right here. Good enough. Or we could use the clear. Yeah, actually, let's use the clear ones. Iridescent foil gems. And let's add one here. Oops. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let's load it up. Do big one, little one. Oop, checking time. Another big one and a little one. And then we'll do another big one because it seems like I have a lot more big ones. Oops, and I plucked that right off of the adhesive. Actually, you know what? I can just go stick that right on the glue. So if you find that you do that when you're pulling these gems off, and like here, I plucked it right off of the glue dot, just glue it down. I mean, you can try to push it right back on this glue dot and then pick it up again, but I feel like it didn't really want to stay, so I don't give it a chance. That glue dot is going in the trash. And my glue will hold it. Oh, now it wants to stick to my finger. Okay, that's fun. All right, I think I got it. Okay, so that's our tag. And if you wanted, you could do clear Wink of Stella, like just on the words. And ooh, you know what? Let's do a little bit of that right in the coffee. Just at least for the heart part. Pretend our coffee, our creamer is glittery. I like it. So again, 3x6 tag. Love that. All right, now another thing that we can use on vacation is like a little journal. I know I had to buy one when I was on my honeymoon, just to write down things about your trip that you want to remember. Like if you're going to make a journal later, or scrapbook, or whatever you need. So I wanted to make one using one of the card kits that we have. Gloria, you like the paper pumpkin glue dots for gluing down the gems? Yep, that is a good idea as well. And we all have tons of those, right? Seems like I'll never run out. The ones on the sheets. Yep, these are so perfect. That is another good idea. All right, so we've got some printer paper. I think I did 5 sheets, and I cut these 5x8, and I'm going to fold these in half. What we're going to use is a card. This is from the Boho Beach kit. So again, this is like a complete kit. Comes with the block, some twine, envelopes, really cool envelopes, and some die cuts. So I wanted to pick, I want to put something with the, actually, let's do this. I like the brown, so let's use the brown, and then I guess we're going to do the tropical leaves. Yeah, that's cool too. This would be perfect, I think, to add like a sea turtle or something. But for now, we're going to do this, and I'm going to use one of these leaves. Or 2. How about that? How many's in here? Let me just pull all these out. This kit was on back order so long last year. All right, there's 1, 2, 3, 4. And I think, how many cards does this make? 1, 2, 3, 4. It makes 8. Okay, so there's no extras of the die cuts. I want one of those labels, though. Okay. Let's do this. Hopefully the greeting I have picked out will work. Oh, put that back. I love the kits. I don't always put them all together, but I love having it. All right, so this is going to be the base of, think of this as, a little pocket-sized journal just to carry with you. So regular card stock or card size, so 4 1/4 by 5 1/2. If this is going to be too big to tuck into your bag or your purse or, whatever, cut it down some. But you want this, you want this edge because we're going to attach our pages in there. But I'm just going to use the whole card. My first idea, though, was to cut it down to like 3 1/2 by 5 1/2. And that's really only cutting off a smidge. But I felt like it would be more narrow, more likely to fit in, a to-go bag or something. Because I know when I go on vacation, I don't take my whole big purse. I take, a smaller version because we don't need all the things. Actually, then we need other things. More Band-Aids, more Advil, that stuff. All right, so our card, we're going to start with that. 5 sheets, so I should have maybe 10 of these. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yep. I'm fading off, but yep, 10. All right, now I should have folded these all ahead of time, but I didn't. So we're going to make our little book. You put as many pages in yours as you want. It's just for a few little notes, like I said, places, for like day 1, where'd you go? What'd you do? Who'd you see? Like any little details that you want. This is hard for me to see white on white here. Like when we went to the Dominican Republic, I really had to do that because I don't speak Spanish. I couldn't pronounce some of the things, like I didn't know. So I ended up taking pictures of everything. Like if there was a sign or something, I took a picture of it. Well, that didn't, I ended up having to get a notebook because I was like, I need more details. Like, where were we? What did we do? So now you could get home and have this ready to inspire your memories, like however you're going to do or not do. Maybe you just want to write it, make it like a little journal, and then be done with it. You could certainly print off some tiny pictures and add them in here. So the sprocket pictures that I have, that paper is sticker paper. So you could just peel those off and stick them right in here. And of course you can stamp on these pages. I wouldn't do too much if you're trying to keep this as like really a journal for, so you don't forget things. A little bit would be fine, but if it's the purpose to document, I would just leave these all blank. That's what I'm going to do anyway. All right, so I feel like, so 10 sheets, that's actually a lot because think of it. 10 sheets, we've got 4 sides to write on for each one. So that might be excessive. Oh, but we're on the last one, so we might as well. All right, now to get this in here, we're going to do a 3-hole pamphlet stitch. So I've done this before, but it's been a long while. So we're actually going to poke holes in this, 3 holes, and then sew it into here. We're going to poke holes through all of this. All right, now, so this is 4 1/4 by 5 1/2. The pages that I cut, 5 by 8. So I scored them in half at 4. So this is 4 by 5. And see how we should have 1/4 inch here and here. Now on the side, see how it fans out and we don't have as much of an edge? That's okay. That's just the nature of the beast because you can only get your paper so far into the middle that they're never going to line up. Now, if this is going to bother you, you can trim it off when we're done. So I'm just going to leave it. But that's why I give an extra 1/4 inch over here just to make room for that. All right, so we need some binder clips. 4 would be nice. This might be a lot to get through as far as poking holes. So clip these. I like to do both sides. You want to fold it as close as you can because we want to keep this as tight as we can and, you know, not moving around a whole lot because we want all our holes to line up. All right, so we need a hole poker and a big needle and then some thread, which we're going to use some more our linen thread for this. All right, poker. Where did my poker go? Oh, here we go. So I don't have a real owl or awl, however you're supposed to say it. It's AWL. I just have, this is the piercing tool that we've had. So what you want to do, and this is not laying very flat, but you want to go in the middle, and I'm just eyeballing here. You want to fold this together as close as you can, and I'm just going to push through all this paper. And I'm twisting it a little bit. This actually does go through nice. There we go. So see how that popped right out there? So don't stab yourself. All right, now before I go anywhere, I'm going to line this up and poke it through here too. Okay. Now I want to poke some like kind of near the end, maybe an inch out. So again, fold this. I'm going to undo one of these. And I'm just trying to get it through. Push, 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 because you want everything to come out on the seam, like right here. Not on the side, on either side. You want it right at that seam. All right. And then I'm going to do the other side. And I'm just twisting and pushing. There we go. Okay. Now let me hold this up and make my... Some people make a template for all these holes. I'm just going to hold it here and eyeball. To get those second holes. Second and third holes. Whoopsie. This seems like a struggle. It's not really this hard. All right, now I'm going through this last one. Okay, all the holes are punched. Now we need, like I said, a large needle. So I had this, I think this is from my crochet stuff. So it's not sharp. It's just for like finishing edges. They have special needles. They're special wax thread. I'm not doing all that. I'm just using linen thread. So the amount of thread you need, figure 3 times the width of your paper. So like that, 2, 3, and then I do a little bit extra because why not? So let's start in the middle. Now, whichever way we go, so we're going to go in the middle. Actually, I can take these off. We're going to go in the middle and then come out on the side or come up the side. Actually, we're going through all these layers. Since I'm going in this way, all my tails are going to be on the inside. So when we're finished, if you want the tails on the outside, start on the outside. All right, let's just do this. Putting that through, putting this hole, and then hold that in place. And then we're going to come in through this side. And hopefully all those holes line up. They should. There we go. Now we're going to come all the way across. I want to leave about that much if I can. So 6 inches or so. We're going to come all the way over to this side. This is our bottom hole. And you can do a Google search for 3-hole pamphlet stitch. And they'll probably do a much better job showing this part. But I think it's a quick little book you can make. All right. Now we want to come through, See how this string is on the right side of that? Now we want to come back through that same hole, but we want to come on the left side. Okay, now we're done with that. I want to put this back in just so I don't lose. It took me a while to find this needle because, of course, it fell in the drawer that I had it in, and this yarn helps me keep track of it. All right, now this, pull it as tight as you can. So we've got a string on each side of this middle one. So pull as tight as you can, and then tie it in a knot. Tie it in a knot. Give it like 3 knots. Now, if you wanted to dangle anything from here, you could. I'm just going to trim it off. And that's our bow, or I mean our little book. So see how we just see our linen thread is kind of blending into this card, but I love it. All right, so I want to add a little, let's add this. This needs to be a little bit darker though. So I'm going to take my crumb cake ink pad and I'm just going to go direct to paper, and I'm just going to tap on it. And with these foam pads and how juicy it is, I like that. Okay, now I have to flip this over because that being that juicy is going to come up. All right, so got this. I'm just going to put this right here. The fact that it is still like really wet, you should probably let that dry before you try to glue it down. Oops, there we go. That didn't want to come out at first. So think about what card kits you have, and you could make your own little book. And it doesn't even have to be, you know, themed. It could just be what you like, something you like. All right, so put that on. I like that. Oh, yeah. Very simple, but this is what I want. Okay, so we're going to do a pecan pie greeting. So what did I have picked out? Oh, so this stamp came with it. Enjoy your day. Sit back and relax. I don't think so. I like travel it well. Ooh, yeah, that's going to be perfect. So back to our destinations or journey destinations kit. Travel it well. That's going to work. Now this stamp with the boho kit has more sprinkles and that leaf. Ooh, yeah, like I could have stamped this on here too a couple times, but I didn't. Pecan pie. And I'm not really going to put any gems on here. No, you know what? We're going to go with early espresso. I want that to be darker because this tag is pecan pie. Baskin Robbins. Oh, Penny, like all the food you lost? Ugh. All right, let's do this. Travel it well. Oh, I like that. Yeah, that has to suck when you're out of power that long. Everything in your freezer, your ice maker. All right, let's glue this down flat. Now, I'm not going to put any gems on here because this is kind of a floppy journal to write on. So if you have doodads on the front and you're trying to write something here, you're going to write over that lump and then it's not going to go well. So I'm going to leave it like gem free, but you could certainly add Winkostella or something. Now, if you don't like these tails hanging out, you can cut them down even further, but I love just a little travel notebook and plenty of pages to do some, you know, your journaling. Okay, so that's our third vacation project. Last one, thinking again along the lines of leaving like thank yous for somebody or tips or something. I gotta get rid of some of this stuff. We can make a mini card, and this one definitely does not have a holiday theme or vacation theme. Excuse me. So we can make a little card, 3x4 card, and an envelope. So with this market paper, like I didn't get the market set, but I figured I was just going to hand cut some of these things. So pick out a piece. You need a 6x6 piece of designer paper to make your envelope. We're going to use the envelope board. And like I said, we're going to make a 3x4 card. So 6x6. And I got that size directly from the envelope punch board. All right. Now I already went ahead and hand cut things. So like I said, I did not get the farm to market stuff. So I cut out some of these. Actually, I was going to cut out one more beat. I might not need it though. Let's see. If I do, I'm going to cut that little one out. That side's good too. And I cut out a bag from here. So hand cut whatever bag or basket you want. And then I've got other patterns. Or if you want to do flowers, you could cut flowers out too. All right, so we're going to go with, I'm going to have the tomatoes on the inside. So the outside of our paper will be that garden green. Let me put this out of the way. So our card, 3x4. We've got pecan pie that I actually cut 6x4 and then scored it at 3. All right, because I want my card to be facing this way. All right, then I've got a piece that should be 2 3/4 by 3 3/4 for the inside. Oh, that's what I didn't cut, was the designer paper. I wanted to put a little strip on the front of here. All right, but let's look at this first. So I hand cut the basket and some fruits and veggies. So I've got tomatoes, lettuce, one little, I guess that's an onion, I don't know, carrots, and then a red radish. So my carrots were along the very edge of the paper, so that like is straight. I don't really care about that though. No one's gonna notice. All right. So the idea here is to tuck in, you know, write a little note of thanks and then maybe leave them some money. So, all right, let's do, I want a little piece of this paper. Yeah. So I just want a little, I'm not even going to really measure it. Let's do, was that like 1.5 inches? Because our card is 3 inches wide. I just want something to break up the monotony of this card front. All right, so I want to rip the edge and rip that edge. Yep, we're going to glue this down. Let's get that straight. Okay, whoopsie, that moved. All right, so I want my basket like here, and then, so let's just start tucking in our fruits and vegetables, or vegetables, whatever it is. All right, actually, maybe I'll have my carrots come this way. So it really doesn't matter that that end is, and I'm going to go all the way to the edge. Oops, I want to add an angle. Our tomatoes. Let's glue this to the lettuce. I'm just going to see how we can get all of these guys in here. Oh yeah, I like that. And then this can be kind of behind the tomato a little bit. And then our radish. No, radish can be Actually, radish can be out. So I'm just going to glue this flat. You can pop it up if you want, but this is just a little thank you note. I like it. Yeah, the stamps for this, like the whole market set, didn't really do much for me. You know what? I'm going to put this on the inside. The market didn't really do much for me, but I like this as a standalone. I could stand cutting them out. Oh, cute. All right, now we want to say a little thanks, so we just need a little scrap of white. And go into Simply Said, and I'm going to go with this thank you right there. Oh, right here. And I'm going to do this in, I think, probably Blackberry Bliss. Just because that'll pull out that onion. If you haven't noticed, Blackberry Bliss really stains your clear stamps. And mine is getting weird. It's getting like light spots. Can you tell the difference between these letters are a little bit lighter, darker, darker, lighter? I don't think you get a good picture of that. I'm going to try to stamp that again. I think I'm going to have to do the trick that I did with my other ink pad and just like rinse this whole thing out and then put a new re-inker in it. Because I really do. I still like this old style pad that's bigger. It just fits better in my hand. And it's not like I have big man hands, but I like it better. All right, so trim, trim, and actually, ooh, I like that. Yep, we're gonna rip it again, just like I ripped the bottom here. We're just gonna glue this on, and that'll go right there. I'm digging it. Now, before I put any doodads on, I want to make the envelope and see how tight it's gonna be, because sometimes they're bigger, sometimes they're smaller. All right, so envelope punch board. I don't think anybody but We Are Memory Makers sells these anymore. So you can, Google will be your friend to find a envelope punch board. All right, so I wanted an envelope for a 3x4 card. So that's where I got 6x6 as far as the paper I need. So this measurement, 2 5/8. All right, so I want this to be the outside. So we put this over at 2 5/8. Run our mark, punch, turn. Now I don't need to measure anything ever again. I'm going to line up this score mark with this pointy part right there. Follow the track, punch, turn, line up the score line with this pointy bit. Now when you're scoring and pushing down, you don't want to press so hard that you're going to like rip through your paper. So some people, that may take a little bit of practice. So I would just say be careful. All right, now we've got our envelope. So fold. Plus, the harder you press, if you don't rip it outright, it may get crunchy on the outsides, on the edges. All right, let's do this glue. And we'll see this. So this is pretty roomy. So I could go back and add some gems. Why not? And, oh, I did get these. So I end up writing in my catalog the colors. I don't know. I've seen a lot of people making like sheets that you can print out that has like all the dies, all the punches. Did anyone do anything with colors? Because I've just been looking these gems up online, and then I wrote it directly in my catalog. But I do remember this was clear. I want to say garden green, Blackberry Bliss, and lemon lime or granny apple green. But let's do some of the Blackberry Bliss. That would be, yeah. And then we'll put one over here. Yeah, bless those people for making the time to make those resources. Oops. Seems like something that Stampin' Up! Should have provided for everyone. But they didn't, so that's that, right? Wah, wah. All right, now, if you're really going to take this as a tip envelope with you, you're not really going to bring your tape runner, or maybe you will. So in this case, I would put some tear-in tape. And let's just go ahead and do it. Tear-in tape, just so you can actually shut this. So put that on there, and then don't peel it up until you're ready to use it. But we've got our nice little card that will fit right in here. Bam. Then you've got your little thank you. So those are the 4 things. Oh, and it's only 5 after 9. So yay. I do want to show you one more thing. So if nobody wants to, if you don't want to hang around, I understand completely. I want to show you an album I worked on that I actually made a video for. All right, but let's look at our projects again. So we've got our 3x4 card and envelope. We've got our gratitude tag that you can either, add a pocket to the back, write your message. And then we've got our luggage tag, which I really love that. So those are our, I know the screen, there's not enough room. But those are my 4 vacation type projects. And yeah, Sean, how about I do that with the PDF colors? I should, because I want to list myself. I'll try to see if I can work on that. So, but I do have to work on this weekend. So let me show you this. I made the video I made a process video. It might be an hour and a half, 2 hours long. I can't remember, but I made this little book a couple weeks ago. So this is a, it's a double waterfall folio. And the finished size is 4.5 by 7.5. And I think it's got a 1-inch spine. Yeah, 1-inch spine. So, of course, these papers aren't available anymore. But, like I said, I already filmed the video of actually making it. I have to doll up the pages, add my pictures, and then I'll make a different video, like going through it. But basically, so we've got 2 waterfalls. And they're both the same on each side. But I used some old ribbon to tie these down because I like ribbon closures for my waterfalls. But each waterfall is 4x4. And these use those papers from last catalog. But I figure we can just put a 4x4 picture there. You can put some here, some journaling. Love it. And I did black just because it goes with everything. The only difference is on this side, I added a pocket in case you want to tuck in some things. So here we've got a pocket. So, and it'll go like, it goes the complete width of the pocket. So neat. And I like ribbons, for closing up these, just because once you add pictures and other stuff, it grows taller and taller. Like this stack will grow up the more stuff you put in it. So I know some people like to do magnet closures or belly bands, and I mean, those are okay. But I figure if you add too much, then your magnets aren't going to match up. And is it really going to stay closed nice? I don't trust it. So anyway, I just got to finish that video, and I'm going to release that. That'll just be one that, like I made it ahead of time, and I'll show you how to make all this. So that is coming. Hopefully I can get that done on Monday because we don't have anything to do. So yeah, I hope you liked all the things. And next week I'm going to try to do some masculine card ideas just for, Father's Day's coming up, birthdays, whatever. It seems like we all need masculine things. So All right. I'm gonna have to go back and look at Penny's comments. You didn't put your eyebrows on? Thanks, Carol. Thank you, Anna. Thanks, Peggy. Okay. Everybody, good night. Have a great weekend, a great holiday weekend. Enjoy the extra day, and I will catch you next week. Thanks, Sean and Di. And again, yeah, Sunday night, Gail's going to do some alternatives with the Father's Day, like the woodsy looking paper pumpkin kit. So, all right. Thanks again, you guys. Bye.